Hello and welcome to another MCO update on SUI. Yeah, SUI has now rallied into resistance in 3 waves. I think I provided that resistance area yesterday in one of the videos. So price already formed a 3-wave move down, in what could be from this high that formed on Friday the 25th, which could be a WXY structure. We talked about that in the last video. That could be all of the wave 4. Now, I personally am skeptical whether this really is all of the 4th wave. It is currently a 3-wave move up into resistance, but as I said, if we get a decisive break above that pivot, and the market needs to prove that, a decisive break above the pivot at $3.74, well, that would be a signal that we are already in the 5th wave to the upside and form 5 waves up. For now, though, as long as we are below resistance and we've just reacted to the 78.6 retracement, I think the risk remains high that we're forming a wider ABC correction as shown here in orange. It is important to understand that the rally is only in 3 waves so far, but if the market is pushing higher more directly, then we are tracking, or we should be tracking something like that. Now, that is not so much a prediction, it's more an idea. And it tells you where the key levels are, because let's imagine someone added a position or opened a position at the first Fib level, which is what many people are doing. Many members are doing that, or viewers are using the Fibonacci levels to find entries. So let's assume someone entered a position there around the 23.6 Fibonacci retracement at $3.32, which was kind of the first Fib level, first support level for this correction, which started here on the 25th of April. Well, then the person is looking for higher prices, right? But the risk is always that this is just a B wave. So either that person wants to have a quick scalp intraday trade. In that case, it can make sense to move the stop below the last swing low, because if this is the yellow scenario, then this 1-2 setup, the wave 2 low needs to hold actually, right? So at least based on probabilities, this is the low against which we can focus on higher. If this is the yellow count, in theory, we shouldn't break below that level, okay? Or you set it below the swing low from yesterday here, the to $3.27 level. Now, I'm not telling you what to do. These are just based on Elliott wave, based on the structures, having a stop below the invalidation point, just what's generally reasonable. But if that person wanted to scale into support, it can make sense to leave that option or that trade open, even if the price dips back into the support area, because you already calculated your position size in a way that you accept and allow for a dip deeper into the support area, maybe to $3.02 or $2.79. So these are the 2 scenarios, right? So if the price dips back into the support area, I would see it more as another opportunity. But please note that this rally is only in 3 waves so far. So there is a potential that we just extend the wave forward. That potential definitely exists. So I think the focus now needs to be on these next resistance levels, especially $3.74. That's the 88.7 retracement. Now, it is also important to understand that B waves can overshoot, but because this internal X wave did already overshoot, I think another overshooting B wave is normally not as common. So I'd say if we then break higher, it's plausible that the market will try to get to 420, 430, in that area up there, to maybe complete wave 5 there. And then we have all 5 waves completed. As I said to you before, we're looking for higher prices. The white count, which is bearish, currently not preferred, especially not as long as we're holding above support at $2.79, which means we still have our support area. It's completely unchanged. The market might use it again, test it again. This here is not enough to really confirm that wave 4 has bottomed. A wider wave 4 could be another opportunity. Then I would pay attention to $3.02 and $2.79. Only a decisive break below $2.79 would kind of reduce the likelihood of my preferred interpretation, which is the yellow scenario for one more high. Well, yellow or orange, I mean, they are the same essentially, right? Both assume this is a wave 4, but below $2.79, this would be a little bit more bearish potentially, because any wave 4 should hold above the 50% retracement. So that's the update on SUI. Hope you liked the update. If you did, please hit the like button, leave a comment, and subscribe. And if you really like the content, then please check out the channel membership if you're interested in the membership. check out our channel page here. You can find a 2-minute video that explains the membership benefits. You get, for example, member-only videos. Today I covered Jasmine, yesterday Polygon, Brett, Bonk, and many more. You also get access to our weekly member live stream every Sunday, where we can talk about charts. You can ask questions about, I don't know, the markets, everything really. So there's a lot of education there. As a gold member, you also get access to our Discord server, where we cover lots of cryptocurrencies, including now also the gold and silver charts. I know a lot of you are looking at these or watching these other markets as well. Something where, other businesses would have completely separate plans for these, charge you $30, $40, $50 for just gold and silver, whereas we include it all in one as a bonus for a very reasonable price. So if you're interested, check it out. See you there. Thank you very much. Bye-bye.